What is going on, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. Today I'm here with part 12 of my graded comic collection. If you want to see what books made this video, why I have them, and how to enter for your chance to win a CGC slab, don't go anywhere. Check this out. Huge shout out to the homies at Big Time Collectibles. Check them out on their website and social media. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed before you get your books graded, hit up my friend Justin over on Instagram. Let him know you found him via the channel. The links to those fantastic people are in the description of all my videos, as well as a link to my local comic shop, ABX Comics and Games. If you're ever in the Augusta, Georgia area, be sure to hit them up. So let's get into it. We have a CGC 9.8 Catwoman Nathan Zerdy variant here that will be given away at the end of this video series. So if you want to know how to enter for your chance to win, don't go anywhere. I'll give those details toward the end of the video. So lastly, I do want to remind everyone, and this is very important, Comics Curing Cancer is coming up October 20th through 22nd. Hit that QR code. You can follow our C3 page over on Instagram for more details. We are still looking for donations or just participating by sharing the event, raising some awareness. And a huge cool thing happened. We have an exclusive cover for the event that was donated by the Comic Mint and donated cover art by Matt Wilson. So there's a lot of fun stuff shaping up for this event. I hope everybody is able to come hang out and have some fun while we help fight back against that evil disease known as cancer. So let's get into it. I've got 10 slabs today that we're going to be going through, and we're going to kick it off in beautiful fashion. This one right here, first one up, Batman Superman issue number 1 John Jang variant. This was, I believe, the cover F by Comics Elite. Yeah, Comics Elite. And this one, no marks on it, no key or nothing like that. It was just a Jang cover. Absolutely love this one. There's so much little detail hidden in it, from the Groblin wearing the Batman cowl to Lois Lane's knuckles being scuffed and bloody, Superman's torn cape. This was just a dope one. This is one of the ones that went under my radar for a little while after I started following John's artwork, and I was happy to find it in a 9.8. I think I scored this one on eBay, if I'm not mistaken. That was an eBay purchase, and that one I couldn't find any sales data on for a CGC. There was none of it in cover price, and I looked on eBay and there wasn't one in any kind of recent transactions or anything. The book itself goes for about $5 to $7 in raw, so really I guess that puts it like a $30 to $40 slab, right, with the fees and everything. So for these videos, if you don't know, I attempt to use cover price as a new to me tool for sourcing prices and kind of see throughout the series how consistent it is or how useful it is, and it kind of finding out that it's really pigeonholed to just universal labels and only in like a very small window. Like, I don't know if they delete data as these books clearly sell. I bought this one and there's no 9.8 data at all on there. So I don't know if that's the way that I'm using the website, or what, but no data. So next one up, this one I picked up from the Augusta Book Exchange, and I grabbed it because it's just a cool book. It's a cool book. I collect Action Comic number 1 reprints. There's so many cool ones over the years. You can go back through this video series and see a few of the ones that I have already graded. And this one just, I feel like it goes with the one from last year. So this is Detective Comics number 27. It's called the Facsimile Edition, but it's not a facsimile. It's a reprint. And it says in the notes, reprints Detective Comics number 27 from 1939. Bob Kane cover. That's just awesome just to have a copy of the book and all the ads on the back and everything. Like, obviously owning a Tech 27 is one of those maybe one day, once in a lifetime, you get lucky kind of things, but it's still just a great way to own like an iconic piece of comic history in an affordable form, because this one's fair market value is listed at $89, which isn't bad, like considering this is just like a $7 book in the price of grading. So, and it was open order to anybody, so that's really not bad at all for it to have an $89 value. Now this next one, and this is the second or third one that has appeared on this video series that I purchased from this good friend in the community. I got this from Mike Tulp from Tulp Media Collectibles. This is Supervillain Classics number 1. It has the Origin of Galactus from 1983 in the CGC 7.0 white pages. beautiful cover. Galactus is freaking cool. Like that design is awesome. It's a Bob Layton cover, just super duper cool. And I'd gotten some stuff from him, and I like threw in like just a cheap affordable slab. I like to have like some affordable slabs just lying around. You never know when it's a good time just to give one away, or you'll be on somebody's stream or something like that. But this book clearly wasn't cleaned or pressed, and you can see on the back, the front cover with the spine roll showing and everything. So it definitely earned that 7.0 grade. I bet just with a basic little spine roll correction, it could do better. But it's not a high value book. But Galactus is a great character, and that's just a really cool cover for him. You know, like actually Galactus on the trade dress. So I feel like that's pretty unique. The fair market value on that one's only $35. Definitely worth getting. So next one, this book has appeared, but not in a CGC before. It was in one of the Slab It Yourself books that I had, but I also have a copy of it CGC'd, and that's from 1971, Jack Kirby DC Greatness. This is the first appearance of Scott Free, aka Mr. Miracle, in Mr. Miracle issue number 1, cream to off-white pages, CGC 5.5. So I won this book from Spidey's Powdered Tumblers on Instagram. So he's always doing all kinds of giveaways, raffles, stuff like that. Just all kinds of fun stuff like to participate in. And I don't normally jump into a lot of them, but I jumped into this one. It wasn't an expensive raffle or nothing like that. I don't know how much, maybe $10 or something. And yeah, I won it. I've never entered those things expecting to win. It's kind of just supporting the homies. And if you do win, it's just an added bonus. And this one in this grade currently is at $155 on cover price. So yeah, fantastic. Awesome book. Again, first appearance of Mr. Miracle and Oberon, Death of Thaddeus Brown. Jack Kirby cover and story. Kirby is here. He most certainly is. So next up, and we got a big one for our halfway point here. So for those that know, you know Austin LeMay is one of the homies. Phenomenal artist. Absolutely phenomenal artist. He recently did, do I have it right here? I have one right here. He recently did the cover for the exclusive that we did for the Sav. He's a great artist, and this is the first cover, one-of-one sketch cover that I've gotten from him. And this is from Punchline number 1, January 2021. Now, when Austin sent this to me, I was living at my old house and had the worst postman in the world. The book was showed up as delivered, dropped off on my front porch. It wasn't there. Checked the back porch. It wasn't there. And days went by, and we were on one of my Friday morning community hangout live streams, and Austin was there, and we were talking, and I just decided to go check out the back door, and I looked, and the mailman had taken the package and thrown it over, like it was a corner house. They threw it over the side fence into my backyard, and it was raining that day, so it was just sitting there getting rained on. Been sitting out there for a couple of days, but when I opened it up, it was packaged properly. Everything was wet on the inside, but the book was completely intact. No water damage got in it. And this is Austin LeMay's Punchline number 1. Super cool, very simplistic, but very, very wicked piece of art right there. And I love his artist signature as well. So for that, there's obviously not a great assignment to it. The one of one, man, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And with this sketch cover being like not solid white, having like a little bit of design and stuff on it, just makes it look even more better. Just wicked. Really, really love that one. But we're at the halfway point. I do want to stop and let everybody know and say thank you to everyone that has voted for the channel to get it to the finalist position for one of the comic book community awards and stuff. I was nominated in numerous categories, but if you vote for me, awesome. If not, awesome as well. Just check out cbcawards.org and support Brian LCS and these awards that he puts on to highlight and have fun and do something enjoyable with the community. You'll find a lot of new channels you've never heard of, a lot of fantastic folks, and Brian does a fun live stream to announce all the winners later this year. It'll be like sketches, little sketch comedy stuff, and it's just a really good time. And there's a lot of flack that he gets for the awards, but just let's go support him and show him some love. And be sure to check out cbcawards.org to vote for those finalists. So I do want to put that out there, put some positivity into it. So next up, we got 5 more to go. The next 2 are kind of bangers. So these books also wasn't able to find direct value for it. A raw copy of this book uh, on cover price has it at $145 for a raw copy. Well, this one's graded, came back at 9.6. I'm sure if I resubmitted it, I could probably get a bump on it, but it's a witness signature, so I don't really want to do that. It's signed and it's even remarked Tommy White Ranger, and this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 0 from 2016. This is the 1 in 100 ratio variant. And when I went to go meet Jason David Frank and take the kids and the wife, this was one of the 3 books I just had to have signed. It was just the Goni Montez helmet covers are iconic. This is where they all started, was with issue 0 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I just love how the Zords are in the reflection of the visor. A lot of people get the visor signed, which looks ridiculous to me. It makes no sense. The reflection of the Zord is such a big part of the image. And like there's a trade dress in the corner. So, just get it signed opposite the trade dress was my thought. Add some symmetry to it. And Jason David Frank's signature stuff is skyrocketed since his passing. These books, even before he passed, signed and yellow labeled and all that stuff, they fetch a pretty penny. You normally see people asking and getting a handful of hundreds of dollars for those. They just don't circulate much. Like a lot of this Power Ranger stuff is very niche, and the heavy collectors and really like lifelong fans that grew up with Rangers like myself, Burke Family 54 Comics, Flash 6792, and I'm back. Kind of kid situation. They like to fight, and it gets out of hand pretty quick. But yeah, Flash 6792 is another collector that would know. Once these things get into people's hands, they don't move very much after that. They circulate for a while on the resellers, the flippers, especially when Power Rangers was first hitting in the Shattered Grid. But now they're kind of settling with their like forever homes, more or less. Then this next one is for certain in its forever home. This is the same issue, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 0, but this is the 1 in 50 incentive, which I feel like is the best one that they did for all of these. And it's just the classic Green Ranger cover. It's signed and remarked Tommy by Jason David Frank as well. And this one came back in a 9.8. You got the Dragon Zord reflection in the visor there. These covers, these books mean so much to me. Especially with them being attached to actually getting to meet him in person. What a great day. I'm so glad we were able to do it. And this one, no, I didn't find no data either. There's like someone asking like $250 for an unsigned one kind of thing. Like they're all over the place and way high. But next up, this is one of my favorite Bat Family characters, and I love loving him because it gives me so much to enjoy about the hobby and get to debate and argue with my friends over who the better one is. Are you Team Nightwing? Are you Team Red Hood? This is Batman 357 from 1983, Jerry Conway story featuring the first appearance of Jason Todd. This was his original origin before he was the street kid stealing the Batmobile tires. Before Crisis on Infinite Earths, he was simply just another Dick Grayson. He was a trapeze performer that Dick Grayson goes to see a show. He's heard about the Todd family, this and that. And tragedy strikes. But after Crisis on Infinite Earths, they changed his origin. The Jason that remained has the backstory of being the street kid, stealing the tires and all that. But this is that original origin story for him. And this also features the first appearance of Killer Croc, though Waylon Jones is only really seen like Ben Grimm, like in the trench coat and the hat and all that. So great book to have here. Newsstand copy, as so much stuff is back in those days. This one in the 9.0 goes for $187. Next up, you might have seen this book recently on one of my community hangouts. I haven't shared it or showed it otherwise, but I'm excited to get it. This was what I've decided to get for myself for my birthday, and this is from 2013, issue number 1 of Jupiter's Legacy. It's the Brian Hitch variant cover featuring the first appearance of Jupiter's Legacy and the characters included. There's characters get rolled out through the series, but right there on the cover, you got the dude, the Utopian, fighting Darkstar there. Absolutely love the show on Netflix. I finally went back, binge read all the stuff here recently during my trip through all the Miller World stuff. I love this book. And this one right here, the fair market value is $18. And I know that because I bought it. That's what I got it for here recently. And I told everybody, why would I financially cripple myself for my birthday? I bought something that I loved. It was super cheap. Absolutely a great read. Frank Quitely's art is insane. So yeah, highly suggest going and checking out some of that oddball stuff. You never know what kind of deals there are out there waiting for you. And lastly, we'll end it on on a banger. This is from 1974 Lynn Wine story, Herb Trimpe cover and art, featuring the first appearance of Hammer and Anvil, first appearance and death of Crackjack Jackson, and Wolverine cameo in the first page for Incredible Hulk, issue number 182. This is part of that Wolverine trilogy, the 180, 181, 182. You get the first full outing of the Wolverine. Fantastic book. I intentionally bought it in a low grade, this grade specifically to match other books in my collection. Fair market value on this one, $125. You can't beat that for that early Wolverine appearance like that. That's just really cool. Great cover. Really cool stuff. Love me some Incredible Hulk. But that's 10 books. We've been here for 15 minutes. If you want to enter for your chance to win this Nathan Zerdy Catwoman slab, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite book from this video is, and leave the hashtag #WeAreLegion in your comment. And at the end of this video series, which I believe next week might be the last one, I'll spin a wheel and draw a number. If I draw number 12, we'll come here to part 12 and pick a winner out of the comments. Whatever number I draw is the video the comment will be drawn from. So if you haven't already, go back, check out the previous videos, and be sure to enter your name in each of those to increase your chances. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up in the eternal battle against the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you want to support the channel. Check out the merch store or hit that join button and become a channel member today. And remember, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.